is fourth and final video of the Microservice and Service Fabric video series. This video is I'm going to show a small app, uh, basically, and the process of deployment basically of your microservice application. So let's move on. I will show you very small application. This is on my Visual Studio, and I have downloaded one of the voting application from the Microsoft repository. So basically it's just a voting application to vote on anything whatever you like. So again, in my second video, I created the stateless and stateful application. Here I created one stateless uh, application, which is the ASP.NET Core. So this is very same one like any ASP.NET Core application, and this is the stateful web ASP.NET Core. So I will show you quickly in the template. So if you go in and add the new service fabric services, so one of the I created that one stateless ASP.NET Core, and the other one is stateful ASP.NET Core one. So you can use these two template to create all the stateful ASP.NET application and stateful ASP.NET Core application. So here the idea was that ASP voting web service is basically your front end application, where the user can vote uh, vote it, and all the information passed to your backend service, which is in the voting data. So here is in the control, in the voting data, I use the same reliable dictionary collection, and it will create use the put, get, and delete request to create a new request of for example in the voting, and it will increment the votes. So simple from here, it will put the information, create a proxy server, uh, and call that one this controller. Okay, uh, you can like I said that you can download that same application and go through with that one from the Microsoft repository. Here my purpose is to quickly show you to deploy and deploy this app and run it on the Azure cluster. Well, at the moment I don't have and like, yeah, so you can see here, this is my cluster and my application. I have two application. The one I created with you, hello world type, and second one is voting type. Of course it's the it say that it's the second one, the second application is not healthy because of course I'm not running, I'm not creating the process of for that one, so it's showing that one. So for deployment one, I use instead of use Azure Service Fabric, I use the party cluster. This is free, and you can deploy and test your application just for 1 hour. So you can type search party cluster. It will and the first link will show that one, tryservicefabric.azure.com. Okay, I'll go that one, and I use my Facebook. So you can have an option to basically either create I mean register with your GitHub or maybe Facebook. Quickly use the Facebook. Okay, here I can deploy my application. So it's say what is a party cluster. Party cluster are free limited time service fabric cluster hosted on Azure and run by service fabric team, where anyone can deploy application and learn about the platform. It's free. Good. Okay, so I'm going to create a Windows cluster, of course. Okay, the first thing is, what you need to do, you need to first download the certificate required, which you need to connect from your application to the cluster. So this is the PFX certificate cluster which provide you. Okay, what I'm doing, what I'm doing here, I quickly basically and put in the my specific folder, right? And it says that read more, so it will tell you how you can use that one. First thing you need to do is your PowerShell. Open your PowerShell and open it, run as administrator, and just link this one and copy this one. Okay, it has a password protected certificate, so first you need to do, just copy it here, and this is my folder, and this is the file which I recently downloaded, and this is the uh, convert to secure string, which is a password protected one. So I'm just go copy and paste it in my PowerShell. Bingo. So it create a thumbprint with that one. So we go and use that thumbprint to deploy our application. Okay, just do like that one to better view. Okay, now what I need to do, click on my application project and click publish, right, and go back to the my priority cluster one and copy this connection endpoint, paste it, and open the advanced connection parameter which I need to provide my thumbprint. The good thing is it will automatically pick the recent uh, certificate which you recently installed. So you can see that 60 is already, I don't need to change anything, or don't need to copy and paste, blah blah blah. That's it, and you can see it's say green. So just go and publish. It will take some time to host this application to your free party cluster, and remember it's just for 1 hour. So 1 hour after that your uh, cluster going to be destroyed and you can't see that your application. So it takes some time, so just bear with me. Okay, for meanwhile I don't need that one, so I close the PowerShell window, and let's see what it's doing. It's, and for the meanwhile I can show you the application manifest. Again, this is the package information in the configuration, and the service, one is for voting data, one is the voting web service. So, and in the services project, uh, I will show you the quickly as well. In service project, voting.web, here I set up my proxy URI to call my front end to my back end. And in the vote controller, you can see here this one pick, and it's create a URI which we call is reverse proxy. It's create a reverse proxy URL and call it to the backend. And rest of the thing is, again, this I use it HTTP client to make a HTTP request to my backend. You are free to do anything else if like. Yeah, taking a little bit longer. So say copy application to image store. I don't have a choice, but we waited until not deploy finish deploy. After deployment, we can go and see how the application is working. Hopefully nothing breaks. Yeah, take time. Says creating application. Okay, finishing executing script. So you can see this script deploy fabric application ps1, which you can find it in the application one in the script. So this is deploy fabric application ps1. So basically you can change the PowerShell script depend on your deployment type, I mean deployment configuration. So I think it's almost finished. Yes, it says finish. Likely this if one succeed in publish, zero fail, and it say that fabric slash voting data is ready, fabric slash voting web is ready. Okay, let's go and see. Now we're going to copy. Ideally you just copy here and paste it without the port actually. Bingo. So see here says Service Fabric voting application is hosted on the party cluster. For example, I say microservices architect or monolithic architect. Forget about my spelling mistakes. Okay, you can see maybe microservice have more words. Cool. And if I see, for example, go in and see the same thing in other browser, for example IE, let's see what happened there. Okay, quick, please, quick. See, it's maintaining the state. That's a good thing. That's the was trying to show you on the deployment. One step was I was showing you how to do deployment on the free party cluster. Second thing is how is service fabric application idle level collection models are working. So it's managing the state. So I just say monolithic 2730 and let's say microservice architecture got 50 votes. Now I go back to my Chrome and refresh that thing. See, it's managing the state. So I hope if I go back to uh, my backend service and my vote data controller, so it managing the state here using the same reliable collection service fabric object class library, what we call, and it's managing the state and it will share across the data. That's the best thing. I think I can show you, but sometimes it's not working like this one. This is the service fabric cluster. Yes, this is not working. I think this is something they need to fix it. uh, oh, okay. Yes, this is not working usually on the party cluster. So we can't see the same thing I want to trying to show you here, this thing. Anyway, this is a excellent thing. You can see that how you can deploy your uh, application quickly on free party cluster. Before you go actually deploy your application on the Service Fabric, Azure Service Fabric cluster, so you can basically try on the free party cluster. Guys, this is the end of the series of this video. This is quickly very quick introduction. I hope you don't need to read a lot of articles, don't need to watch. Just watching these four videos and you are up there, you understand the concepts of the service fabrics. You can understand what are the microservices, why and when you choose the microservice approach over monolithic. You quickly go and create now start applications on the service fabric using on the Visual Studio. I hope you understand and grip the microservices. Developing microservice architecture is very easy. It's like any other ASP.NET application. You just need to create as templates, separate template, for example, like that one. And for example, if you need an authentication, you go and create another uh, service fabric model and use you create a maybe stateful with ASP.NET Core with the entity framework, and you can create like a login or authentication service. So that's the one of the thing you can do that one. So please don't forget to subscribe my channel and like the video, and write any comment if you need to ask any question.